Greetings, traveler.
Alright, so based on that previous run, it feels like if you get some of the Dragon Discover stuff, you can quite easily just play a slower game and just defend. Have you watched some arena gameplay though? No, I've just been playing Battlegrounds. But this is the advantage of I have about 5 years of arena experience. So even though I've never seen cards, I can feel sort of the rhythm of a deck, right? I can feel the rhythm of, like, that Paladin game was a really good example. I think that Paladin game would have very easily been messed up if you don't have that experience. But, you know, the Chromagus pick and then playing the Chromagus, sacrificing the Chromagus, getting a little bit more leeway, then slowly running that Paladin out of cards. That game, I think, was a very, very good example of just experience with the game in general. Because you can print new cards and you can make very meta-specific things, but it's very hard to create a completely new experience in the arena. It's going to feel similar like previous metas. I just need to be like, oh, it's kind of like that one. But there's specific things, right? Like there's a Twin Tyrant, there's all the crazy, you know, all the crazy stuff that can happen, but the foundation, the basics, is gonna feel similar. Is Druid strong? So I just picked based on HS replay in terms of the class, right? And Druid was up third, so we'll start drafting in just a moment, guys. It's always nice to take a moment and just talk, right? So HS replay, in case you're not aware, you just go to hsreplay.net, and then there is a tier list here on which class is doing how well. So Hunter is doing very well, Paladin and Druid are doing very well. Warrior's actually up fairly high, which is scary. He's probably very strong cards as well. I will take the Bone Mare, but it doesn't feel like a super Bone Mare meta. Usually Bone Mare is better if you are the aggressor and you're pushing on the board, but it's just so much better than the other. This is my problem with no buckets, right? So if there were buckets, I don't think I would pick Bone Mare, because based off that previous run, it doesn't feel like it's a super Bone Mare meta. Because I think I'd rather have cards in my deck that don't require me to have the board, and I can just run my opponent out of cards by playing the card Discover and Taunts and all that. But because there's no buckets, it's just like, well, I can pick Bone Mare, or I can pick a Night Howler or a Knife Juggler, right? So I'm gonna pick a Bone Mare. So that's why I don't like the no bucket system. All right, 1 second. Getting 3 drops in that deck, so I'll just pick Harvest Column. I think it's also just the best card. Gyrocopter felt excellent, but that's no surprise. Very flexible. It's like a mini Walking Fountain, right? Of course, Walking Fountain much better, but the attacks are the same. So you get the attacks earlier. All right, well, another clear example of bucketing, right? Where it's like, well, if we had buckets, maybe I would have to think like, oh, you know, do I want to do this? I already have the Bone Mare, but now it's just like, well, I have to pick it because it's next to trash. I'm going to take 1 moment to answer some questions and then we'll continue to draft. Just because I haven't played Arena in a while. So it's nice to address everyone, right? I thought I saw you watching Dreads this week. I lurk in the channel quite often. I just come in, I drop my sub, I drop my KW, and then I just have him on the side. I just watched a poacher go off or something and drop the KW. Any tips on Arena, or you just started playing? Yep, just started playing. All right, anyways, let's get to drafting now. So there are some Dragon Synergy cards, and Crusher is a fair card, so we'll just grab that. Probably just take a Bone Drake. So right now, my main concern when I see this draft is, okay, we have a lot of good stuff down here. I need some reactive cards to stay alive. I need some early game minions to make sure I don't get overrun. But I do like where the draft is headed in terms of the size. I think the size is okay. Kill command is Not exactly what you want, but do I want it over a rifleman? Probably. You can still land a beast, possibly. Firehawk has been annoying against me, but I think I would rather have the 4. I think Lightforge rated Firehawk really highly, right? Have a look. Yeah, they got Firehawk as a 126. See, this is where more meta-specific knowledge is very useful. I don't know how many 4 drops you're getting on average. I don't know how many 3 drops you're getting on average. I just have that one run as a sample size. I think I might want the Necromancer. My instinct is telling me Necromancer because I think Necromancer is a much better defensive card than Firehawk. And I'm not really looking to be the aggressor here, right? Even though I have a very aggressive hero power, the size of the deck is very... Yeah, it's big right now. So our win condition is mostly just not running out of cards. So our deck is at its weakest in that early game, that mid game. Not Heckler for defense. I think Necromancer is a better defensive card than Heckler. Sure, this has Taunt, but it's a lot easier to get rid of than Necro. So I'm going to go and pick the Necro there. I'll take Hunter's Mark. Also fits the Necro quite well. This is not bad, of course. Not like having the mark here. Not the Dragonkin, even though it's a dragon. I think we have enough random dragons lying around to activate synergy if we see it. I'm not even sure what kind of synergy is specifically in the set. You have the weapon. It's probably quite a few other things. Veteran would be perfectly fine, but I think I'll take the AC here. All right, I think here I'll take the 1-drop or the multi-shot. It doesn't really feel like a Tortoise deck because of what we mentioned earlier. I'm gonna go with the 1-drop for now. Has 2 attack for each dragon in your hand. It's a 4-mana 2/5. I like the stat line more than this Guardian anyway, so I'll take it for the potential upside, but I don't think it's like a great card. Freezing Trap is strong. But is it a Freezing Trap meta? It's not a Freezing Trap deck. I think I'll just take another Gyro. Just reactive cards. I'll probably take the Dragonkin just for a 4. I don't think it's really a Rhino kind of deck. Side quests. Summon 3 Rush minions. Reward. Summon a 4/4 Griffin with Rush. It's probably just Arcane Shot, even though I have those Gyros, but I don't think it's about, you know, I think by the time I get this, I've already won or lost. So the Arcane Shot's probably going to do more. Oh, okay. Well, this thing is the nuts. I've never played with it, but you don't have to play with it to know it's the nuts, right? Kind of Grandma would also be a decent pickup. Halftime Scavenger would also be a decent pickup. Just take the nuts. All right. Got a premium 3. Senjum would also be fine. Each player draws a card. Swap their costs. It's kind of funny. So it's a 6/5. So it's an inverse Pit Fighter. It's a Lord of the Arena for 1 mana less. So stat-wise, you'll probably pick this card. Right, let's go with the Grandma. I don't think I have... I think it's... If we have the stuff to make Corpse Taker work, I would actually like it in this deck. But we're probably quite happy with a bow. But we don't have the things, right? No. Lightforge went off on that card, saying you should basically never pick it. The quest cost, or what did they go off on? I think I might just pick Hyena to have a 2-mana card. I think Strategist is okay, but I think we have enough of that kind of effect. I think now I'll grab a multi-shot. Oh, the 6/5. Oh, okay. Sure, yeah, can happen. Especially as a good player, your deck's going to be better on average, right? Probably have enough dragons to make Scale Rider work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just excellent when it goes off. Arcane shots wouldn't be bad either. Oh, right, and we have this. Oh, yeah, we have way more dragons. Sure. This thing is pretty darn good. But I think we still want Baited Arrow. Let me have a look what Lightforge rates this. Dwarven Sharpshooter at a 111. Baited Arrow at a 139, yeah. Baited Arrow was just so good. And it's a fine defensive card as well. So we got 3 drops. But I don't think I want double multi-shot. So I'll just grab another one of these. We don't really have the deck for Freezing Trap, but I still think I want Freezing Trap over these guys. What do we have on 4 right now? Actually, not that many. 1, 2, 3. If I had more 2-mana cards, I would quite happily pick a Freezing Trap, but usually Freezing Trap comes down on turn 4. So I think I'll just take a 4-mana card to fill the curve right now. Alright, probably take Nether Spite, especially with the Dragonkin we picked up. Just something to do early and still really, really good value. I think Kraken is also a legit card, of course, but don't really need that kind of card right now. Bear Trap is pretty amazing. Like, you'd think it's bad, but people are bad making Bear Trap good. So, especially in this kind of deck, I really like it. Alright, Frost Rider. Probably just the Bear Shark. So we have a lot of strong 3s.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Whenever you hero power, it plays a secret from your deck. Wow. Pretty good card if you have secrets. 1 mana 2/2. Ah, 1 mana deal 2 damage. How convenient. Blazing Battle Mage. This guy's already on tilt, right? It's like fucking top decker. It's like turn 1, right? The fucking top decker. It's a 2-mana 2/3. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, in this kind of deck, right, you're very likely to coin 3 drops. It's just because we're kind of low on 2s and we have, I don't know, 6 or 7 3s. Hey, Baby Seal, I'm doing well. How are you? He'd be kind of right. I just think it's funny, right? Like, whenever I say that, it reminds me of Retro. Right? I was like, oh man, this motherfucker with a 2-drop on 2, man. Crazy. I'll just play the Poisonous. I think? Into turn 4. Yeah, I think so. Change the health of all enemy minions to 1. Holy shit, man. What the? Oh! How is that a thing? How is that a thing? What the fuck? What's the score on Lightforge? Yeah, easy first. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. How is this a thing, man? That's like Tarim levels of bullshit. It's a pretty good draw here. How is it a 7/6? I know, right? They just stopped giving a shit this expansion. You know what? I used to give a shit. No more! We are done giving shits. Print it all! I guess I pushed 5 extra face. He didn't consecrate me here.
Hey! Down in front! How about a new life? How about a new life? Assimilate!
Could keep a 6 and 4 on the board instead of a 5 and 2. But 5 damage to the face with kill command in the hands probably feels better. Prepared. Pog. It's got the defensive lines at the ready, boys. Is Elixir in? I think I just don't want to get that speakered. The priest command got keg W'd, yep. Elixir not in, okay. But that speaker is in, and Coin Cobra is very, very good with that speaker. So I think I'd rather just get rid of it.
Just like flying a rocket.
Probably just putting the 4/4 down.
Ride the polar bear express.
Nope. Time to look at all the artwork. Gobo Glide Tech. No.
It's getting hot in here.
You're using a sick tactic in Warsong Gulch for grinding honor. It's not very honor efficient, but it gets there. We should probably put a 5/5 on the board instead of 3/3 and a 1/3. That seems like a great way to lower your average. Like, Whispers of Evil. Oh, I didn't even see that. Add a lackey to your hand. Okay. So this is my dragon, but when it dies, I'll get more dragons. Still, it means that I can't use this next turn, probably. But I just don't think that this is worth a gyro and I want to play a 6. So. I was playing against you yesterday. Oh, okay, my guys. I'm so sorry. What class are you in? Oh no, the madman. He actually fucking did it. Alright, I have to wait for a dragon. The madman actually did it, chat. Advocta was right, yeah. We don't know what we're talking about. So my problem with Gyro here is if he has the random deal 3. Because Gyro into Bone Mare is pretty darn good. But I don't think we need to win that hard. So I think we're happy enough doing this. I thought it was a Druid for a moment. I was gonna Hero Power a 1/1. Not gonna lie. Too better to eat you with. So he's gonna be 1 damage off killing our Bone Mare thing. But we have drawn a dragon. I keep thinking I can do like 2 in 1 because I just played the Druid run. Could also just Gyro, trade, put the Historian down, push 2, and then still just Bone Mare into something else. I think I like that more than taking a chance that he's got a damage. Could also just pull something from here, that makes sense. Take another Bone Drake. No Spirit Lash, please. If the deal 3 is neutral, he can't have it anymore. That's a very good point.
Behold the army of Zandala.
I kind of want to Scale Rider, trade, then Bone Drake, 8 phase. How much do I have right now? 16, 18, 19. I think that's fine. We can try to kill him next round.
By moon and spear.
You still have that Bone Mare on the Wind Fury card now. What is your impression on the current meta so far? I'm running people out of stuff most of the time. But I only have 1 run so far. I put that on the Wind Fury. Oh. Splat.
Rexa versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Any new really overpowered cards? This is really strong.
Legions I command.
Isock, thank you for the 22, man. Welcome back. Wait, I'm a pleb mod. Fix that up real fast. So, Prince Malchazar. We'll have to tempo out the Historian if we don't find anything here. Easy.
Once upon a time.
Feels like we just take more. Right, this is just a Cobra with upside. I think the Taunt is also fine. But it's just easy to fill out curves with this. Grim Necro into the Faceless is pretty powerful. Did you read the third card? I did. I did. It's pretty insane. I'm playing the Harvest Golem here to maximize my chances of having a minion on the board. So the curve gets pretty awkward if we go for the Faceless, but it's obviously really good. So we definitely don't mind doing that. Just looking at an alternative, but the alternatives are so that we'll just play for immediate power. Oh, did I go face? Oops, I did not. Oh. I mean, it wouldn't be a first stream back without a little bit of keg W here and there, right, chat? That wouldn't be fair on my end, not letting you guys drop a keg W here and there. So being the good streamer I am, gotta miss some face damage left and right. You could do Explorer and Hero Power, and I honestly think it's... Oh no, he's got 3 damage. I was gonna say, I honestly think it's fine because it's got Poisonous, but... I think it's better for us to just jam something. This is probably a little bit too weak to fan right now, so I'll just play this. Could you always want multi-shot one minion? No, that change was pushed through, I don't know, half a year, 3/4 of a year ago? Something between that, I think. Yeah, maybe we should put this here and... We must already be in combat, right? That doesn't look like Bob. Saves the health, Poggy! Ooh, that's actually a lot of phase damage. You could do that. That's hilarious. You missed 2 because you're not doing this though. It's kind of funny. Wait, if Bolf has 1 health, does he still take 2 or not? I think the right play is just Necro and just pop off. So I think we'll just do it. He'll take 0? Yeah, we'll just do this then. Yeah, even before you just go like, a Bolf. It's not so good, but I guess I'll buy it.
Arise, my champions. Incredible.
I give up.
I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
I think this is really good, but we have so many standalone 3s that I don't think I need to gamble the Dragon Synergy. Yeah, the Corruptor is pretty silly. Excellent. Everyone's better a rogue without playing rogue. It's... yeah, I feel like you just can't take this expansion too seriously.
Hey! Down in front!
If he started out a lot faster, I'd play it, but I think we're fine holding it. Now, if he had Living Roots or something on the board, I'd play it, but yeah. I mean, at some point you kind of run out of card ideas without making stuff more powerful. But I think Magic the Gathering has probably done an okay job over the years to just come up with new cards without breaking the game all the time, right? So it feels like they went a little overboard here, but could just be an experiment, who knows? Oko. Is that a recent thing or a thing in the past?
Once upon a time.
I think Hunter's Marking that's not too bad, but I do like the option on turn 6 to just destroy a board with Hunter's Mark multi. It's a Dead Speaker, or like a Mark of the Wild or something. I was going for the ping trade. Might deal 2 here.
Thank you for playing Arena again, Smile.
Clips Yella, thank you for the 690. Nice. Let me move you over here to the box here. My pleasure, Clips Yella. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. Just free pre-bumping here so he doesn't get the 4-4 in here and then the free kill into the 2-1. Golden Harvest Golem should be a 4-6. This arena is confusing. At least it spawns a 4 and 2, right? Maybe it is just a 5-head play from Blizzard indeed to intentionally make the cards silly, have the actual cards ready, and then just balance everything and be like, see how fast we got this? We listen to you guys. That would be the real 5-hit play from Blizzard, right? I'd be like, wow, they're so fast and they're on top of their shit. Just give everything +2/+2, slap draw a card on some of these, and then just remove the text afterwards. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, we could already go. Why aren't these 5/5s though, right? I hate that. Like, why would my guy die? That feels bad. Is it silly that I don't even want to do this? Yeah, why is this not a 6/6 or something? It's ridiculous. So you can trade and then charge the guy in here and have a 5/4. So I could have a 5/4 on an empty board. I could also gyro, have a 4-1 and a 2-1. I could also Draconid Crusher and have a 6/6 and a 2-1 against the 4-3. I could also just slap the multi-shot down. That seems a little underwhelming. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna crush her. It can be a 9/9 though, so maybe I'm just being a little silly here. I'm probably being a little silly here. It's probably better to just have a 5/4 on an empty board. Let the record show that the streamer's being a little silly. I think everything combined, this being able to be a 9/9, it's probably better. You kind of like the multi-shot? I don't think it's terrible. I think I like the multi-shot the most out of all the plays as well. So once again, I could have a 5/4 on an empty board, which I guess I should take. I mean, anything that doesn't involve 6-face just feels so awkward. I'm just gonna go 6-face. I think I'll let him take the damage. We're still a hunter, right? What are we doing if we don't jam 6 phase?
The Lich King.
Swipe for 5 doesn't do much. Starfire for, or Starfall for 6 is kind of nice though. I think you should go phase. Go phase, brother. It's fine. I think he just realized he can't hero power it, and he's like, should I take 8 here? Probably not. Yeah, I think I'm needlessly making the game more complex by making that Crusher play. I could have had a 9-9 quite easily and then just corrupted something already. I'm hanging on too long on this thing. I should have just used it, or I should have just multi-shot pushed, one of the two. Getting a little bit too hung up on getting full value out of something can really be a detriment.
Time waits for no one.
The scourge will devour all.
Bathe in flame.
I guess Hunter's Mark multi-shot is pretty decent here. Just shuts down his whole plan to be aggressive. Arena, Hunter, Christmas came early. Hey Shady, hey Ba. Should have traded first because you shoot the 5-2 more likely. Well, if you do it this way, you're even more likely to kill the 5-2 because then you can attack it if you shoot the taunt. So I think if your aim is to remove the 5 off the board, this is the highest chance.
Time waits for no one.
I will split your soul apart.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
It looks like that's really scary, has a lot of potential.
Fatal mistake.
How about a new life? How about a new life?
Corrupted turn ended up super nice, but yeah, maybe we should have used it earlier.
Time waits for no one.
Hunter is good, yeah.
Well played. Well played.
We played a Druid run before this, and our 2 losses were Hunters. Hey, GG Bacon Wick.
Let the hunt begin.
Hunter is pretty silly. The thing is, I don't even think I played stuff in optimal order in my hand, so it's just, yeah. Well, I guess I have Corruptor, right? Corruptor is pretty silly on its own. Then you add some silly Hunter stuff on top. Cheers, man. You too. Good luck. Well, this looks like another. Probably just curve out.
Hey, down in front.
Will they balance arena classes? Most likely. The question is how long it will take. They've removed Poacher from arena very, very fast, so that's potentially you know, an indication. It's really cool that they banned Poacher that fast. That makes me pretty hopeful for the future. Plot twist. Popoga.
Put me in, man. It's my turn.
I guess Warpath is not in, right? Because it's mainly like Whirlwind. What does Poacher do? 4 mana 4/4. If your opponent controls a dragon, gain +4/+4 and rush.
How about a new
This guy wants a swipe, but oh, you wouldn't even be able to cast it here. Monk S, it's pretty insane. So that's why I'm happy they just removed it. For a Blackwing. Hey, mix up.
Your feeble magic amuses me.
Bro. 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 First time streaming Arena again? Yep. This is the second run of the meta for me.
Rexa versus Troll. For Doomhammer. Let the hunt begin.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little touch they made, right? I know I drafted this, but I don't think it's worth playing. That's kind of sad to say, huh? I think I would rather look for other stuff. How sad is that? It's like, hey, 2-drop, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm not good enough. So when I'm looking for other stuff, right? We could hit Bear Trap, we could hit Ettendy, we could hit Grandma, we could hit Nether Spite. Because it feels like it's just gonna get challenged by either a 2/3 or a weapon. I think I'd rather just have another card. Are we confident enough to just jam the Onyxia? I think we are. We have a 4-mana card in our hand and it's going to be more than good enough. Feels like Manixia. Wait, is everything just a Manixia? You are a Manixia, and you are a Manixia. Everyone is a Manixia. Oop. Random 6/5, because why not? Go face first, bro. Trust me, it'll be better. Shit, we gave it away. He wouldn't have had a clue had we not given it away. So he's gonna think explosive trap. So he's probably gonna trade the 3/3. But I'd still rather play the bear trap here. Oh. Nice. Still went face, kick W.
What you want? In the best shape of my life.
Take them out!
I think this is better than jamming the gyro, but I would not have minded the gyro at all. 5-0, by the way, all the opponents have an inch. The meta feels a little soft right now, but it could be because it's a Saturday and everyone's just, you know, just relaxing, playing at home, not facing the usual crowd. It's very possible. It definitely picked up a little bit when I hit 7-0 on the previous deck. That's where Sonny got smacked down by a hunter. That gyro. Oh wow. This feels like a super counter. I think we could trade with this, but then everything has 1 health. I guess Maelstrom Portal's not in, so maybe it is correct to just put everything on 1 health.
Put this apple on your head.
Is this NA or EU? This is EU. Pepe hands, my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. Maelstrom Portal is in. Scorcher is in. Okay, so I guess I instinctively made the right move. It's kind of good. Fire Elemental. Nope. Usually just the best to jam an Onyxia on curve if you can.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Bring it on. I think I'll keep the Necro. It's nice. It's a good defensive card, and I'm assuming I'm gonna be on defense.
An autograph? I suppose.
Suppose.
Once upon a time.
Feels like this is gonna be better this game. Alexstrasza could be cute for the late game to heal us up if that is a problem. But usually when you're struggling, you need to have the board for Alex. So Alex is pretty good if we have the board and we're gonna be dying to the hero power. But the worm will help us get that board a lot more than Alex will. So I think we just grab the worm. So I feel like it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy where you pick the Alex, you need the Alex. So. The coin on the 2 and 4 is pretty sketchy with the bananas. But it might be better to make him play those bananas instead of letting him just jam a 4-drop. It's not guaranteed that he can fill out his curve, so if this hits Misha, there's like a minor upside. If it hits Huffer, you're screwed. If it hits Leok, you can potentially be really screwed. So I think you'll do this to try and disrupt his curve, because this makes it very, very tempting to slap at least one banana, but you know. So that's why I like this more than Evil Heckler. Imagine a Heckler now, it's much easier to kill that for him. But this thing is more annoying. It's gonna smork, sure. I guess there is some huge Leok potential here. So I think I would rather roll the dice on the Animal Companion. Misha's obviously not bad. This feels like just trade the 1/1 and hold. Explosive would be bad already. Misdirection there. There's pretty much nothing good left other than snipe. And we don't win by pushing a little bit of extra face. We win by winning the board. Trading would be weird here. Interesting. I mean, we take it, right? Feels like a Scorcher kind of game. You also have Hunter's Mark, so that pretty much settles your turn 7. So you're probably going to have a good turn 6 with the Worm or the Crusher, and then turn 7 you're below something up with the Mark. Just trying to not take too much phase damage so we live long enough to play our powerful cards. We're giving this trade hurts. This trade hurts, of course, right? You don't want this trade to happen, but it means he's not going phase. Alright, so we know it's not freezing, so this thing will just dunk him. And then from here on out, it should be a lot easier for us. It's also not snipe, so yeah, it's just beautiful, right? So 23 health, we have the boards, we have initiative in our hands. I'm feeling really good now.
To my side. The bigger they are.
We should report this man. That seems against the rules. Alright. Gyro is excellent. Hunter's Mark and Scorcher is also good. But I think I will just take the Gyro. And then we'll keep this combo for something the Gyro can't answer. Blizzard! Blizzard, my opponent is cheating.
You are not welcome here.
You know, take candle.
I think I take the 5 here with the Twin Tyrants. And then next turn, we Hunter's Mark Scorcher when this is on 1, and there shouldn't be a way for him to come back from that. But this is why we needed to preserve that health early game, so we're not insanely scared for taking the 5.
Your feeble magic amuses me.
Well, that would have been a really good Hunter's Mark, but unfortunately we can't do that. I mean, there's always Bone Mare trades, so we already have that play in the back of our minds, but let's consider some other options. We have Faceless Corruptor in the hands. You can even play a Hyena to immediately rush it out if you like to. I think you don't Scorcher because you still want to preserve the Hunter's Mark Scorcher combo. It also doesn't do too much for the numbers on the 10-7. I think I'm leaning Bone Mare. It's just that we're going kind of slow, and I don't like that. We're giving him a lot of time to whittle us down with hero powers. But it's usually hard to not Bone Mare. Oh, what am I doing? No, this might... Maybe. So what's the other line? I guess it depends whether he has 4 damage, whether this is better or not, right?
Your magic shall not save.
So slightly worse now. That's fine.
Sting like a bee.
So the oh, this turn is beautiful. And we have a dragon in hand, so we don't even need to take... Oh man, this turn. This is a very, very nice turn. We're gonna Hunter's Mark here. We're gonna Scorcher and then shoot this thing. This is so nice. For Bear Trap, I want this to attack the bear. Otherwise this dies. Have to wait a while for it.
By moon and spear.
And then you still have Corruptor in your hand to deal with stuff. Uh-oh. This is really scary. Oh shit. We're just dead. Might be bluffing, we'll see. So Faceless Corruptor allows us to push phase damage while not trading too much. We can push the 7 here. If we push the 7, he goes to 19. We'll have 10, 17, 19, so you definitely have enough. There's no way around not being dead to a second Unleash the Hounds. Could even transform the hyena. Let's see, I'm playing this. Going face with these. Keep a 3-2 on the board, I guess. We're not dead to just a kill command. We're not dead to a 3 damage weapon, but another Unleashed Hounds will get us. It's probably some other stuff, of course. Alright. Wait, he's out of minions? Oh no, he drew that one, or... Well. Oh, but he was able to hero power. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, it's rush minion. Draw a rush minion. Okay, I thought it was draw a minion. Never mind. Alright, so there's a good chance we're dead now. But that's only because he had Poacher, I guess. I'm assuming that this is 3 damage or 2 damage. Because he was very confident with that face push, right? Oh no, he top decked this. Oh. So he just... So it was a bluff. What was a bluff? Arena in 2019. Ah, this hand seems acceptable. Yeah, he probably has reach in his deck, or he assumes that we have to trade everything into the dogs. And if we have to trade everything into the dogs, he might have enough time to just kill us with the hero power.
It's time for a little blood.
What do you think, chat? Is it gonna happen? Let's get some bets going in the chat, guys. What do you think? Yay or nay? Is it gonna happen? It should never happen here. It should never happen here. This should absolutely not be a bear on my board under any circumstance on my next turn. Pog! Alright. Sort of acceptable. Man, if that was freezing trap, he'd be so debated. Alright. Call it off, chat. It was kind of okay for him. What a party pooper. Messing with my bets here. So Scalebane fixes the curve a little bit. We're kind of low on 5s. I don't want Brightwing for this deck. Yeah. If it was freezing, it'd be amazing. Told you? Yeah, but I mean, I understand if he's buffing it, it's okay. It's still terrible if it's a freezing trap, but... Oh. Not too sure on that one. All right. We're going to surprise him with that one. I wish multi-shot was better here. But it's probably just trade the poison, put a 4-5 down. It's the best board we can make, I believe. The problem is that we might get rid of all our dragons, but we should be playing for board. We shouldn't be playing for dragon memes. What a bro. Sharing his swipes. What a bruh. What did we give him, right? A Dragonkin Sorcerer, Stein. That's what he's got. A Dragonkin Sorcerer. Giving him Baited Arrow. Oh, Monka.
What you want?
See your weakness.
I think I'm fine with this play because it allows us to discover the dragon and put the Necromancer down next turn, while probably slowing him down a bit with the hero power.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Shady playing Arena again, am I dreaming? Well, I said that I would not play Arena if they had Poacher in it, and Blizzard actually removed Poacher. So I was like, sons of bitches, now I have to play Arena. That was, I'm pretty hopeful for the future. That was a very fast change.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. So, let's have a look at our hand. Next turn, 5 and 2 is an option. Trying to figure out what makes the most sense here. I think Bookworm makes the least sense. I think you either want the 5-4 so you can 5-4 and 2-4 next round, or the Nefarian for more value. I think I'd rather have a 5-4 to jam with this kind of curve.
The dark path is my destiny.
Didn't even know that they removed it. So we got Poacher last game, but that's just a deck pre-patch. I want to say old deck, but it's a very recent change, so. Why not playing because of Poacher? So I hate the design behind Dragon Slayer, and that's in a meta with not that many dragons. So imagine them printing a Dragon Slayer that is much better, and then designing a meta where you have to pick dragons. Yeah. So, just seems like a design philosophy flaw to say, like, hey, you know, dragons are really good and you should draft dragons, but there's also a really good chance you're going to lose because you played a dragon. Enjoy. And that's like, I don't really want to play that kind of meta. So it's obviously a very decent swipe. We can also put the 1-3 into the 4-1 and then suddenly the board is a lot less threatening. Next turn we have 8 mana. I'm just gonna take the swipe. Potentially even better to play the Grandma to grow the Hyena straight away. I don't think the 2/4 does all that. I kind of like having the 2/4 as the pocket thing with the Scalebane next round. Seeing Hyena and Grandma, it's about it. I know, it looks so weird. Hyena definitely looks a lot better to me because I've played so much Battlegrounds. So I have to be careful that I don't draft it to, like, oh, Hyena, let's pick it. And the pounds, okay. He's pushing pretty hard for board. Just need to keep up with him. So obviously this is the standard line. But if this goes on this, he can hero power trade and I'm left with a 2/4, which is a little bit annoying. You could go for the Animal Companion, but even Huffer is really not all that, right? Just go with the standard play. Here, please. Thank you. So now Nefarian looks better. He slowed down a little bit in terms of pressure. Ooh, never mind. Well, no, you'd still prefer the Nef here. We do have a lot of big boys still left in the deck, so it was probably not a bad decision. Hey, that's nice. So we're gonna equip that, so 6 mana left. Probably just Hyena, Feywing. So it's working out here. What is that card? Argent Commander, but better in almost every way. Where is it? Divine Shield, Rush, so can't go face, but it's a dragon. It's a 5/3 instead of a 4/2. So, not strictly better, but better in a whole lot of cases. Bad luck, Albatross. Going for the preemptive 5. He is. What a man. What a man. It's quite an interesting ordering situation. So if you roll Leok off the Animal... So what you want to do probably is attack with this, then freeze, then Animal Companion. But you could also not attack with this and just have it unfrozen. But then you're banking on this being a Misha, otherwise you may as well trade. So in 33% of the cases... Yeah, I don't know actually. I feel like you just push face, freeze it, and roll. The problem then is if we roll Leok and the 3/3 can kill Leok, it's pretty annoying. So I think I actually just make the trade here, which is weird. Was an interesting problem there in what ordering we want to do. I think this is the one with the least downside, but also the least upside. So it's the less variance play. We've also just not drawn a big card so far, so really hoping that that happens at some point. The 2 Albatross are actually quite annoying. They provide us with more bad draws. Imagine top decking the Albatross. It's possible. It's 2 copies of it, so it's more likely than top deck and like not a big card, but a specific big card.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
It's preemptively hero powering the 4/4 so he can't free kill. Nice. Always hero power, always piggy face. I think that makes it quite clear what we want to do, right? He's at 16, so... Get the 9/9 out, push some damage. So this feels like he will double trade. Dude, are you kidding me? I've drawn super light. He's like, a big card? Motherfucker. How dare you draw a big card, sir? Alright, anyways. It seems like he is stuck in trade. And then we can push 11. And then he goes to 2 with the hero power. And 3 next turn, so... means that we'll still need something else. Ooh, gets the double trade. We should still be in an okay spot, but we need a good draw here. Hey, Albatross, baby. You could even hold this for your Bone Mare. It's probably better to hold it, to be fair. Just kind of played it on autopilot, but because of Bone Mare, it makes sense to hold. So now he gets initiative again with a 5-3 Divine Shield. Feels like we just lose. I think I still have to play this. I cannot target this regardless. For Faceless Corruptor, it's better to hold it. For Bone Mare, it doesn't make a difference. For Twin Triumph, it's better. Even for Gyro, it's better because I can squeeze in hero power, so... It's just unfortunate that we drew so poorly in terms of big stuff. But I could have picked that Nefarian, so... I'm not sure if it's correct to assume you're not going to draw that well. And whether you should just take the 5-4 for curve, or if you want to protect the downside. Feels like I just want to trade here for sure, and then talk, right? I think... Let's see. If I trade the 2-2 here, and I keep a 4-1 Wind Fury, he's going to go to 9 health hero powering, then down to 5 health. He's going to play another card. He's going to push 5 face. I'm going to go to 11. I'm going to hero powering to 3 and play something. He's going to have another 6. So if the card he drew is 5 damage or more, I just lose. So I think I should kill the 5-3. I don't think we can bully him into trading his 5-3 in. He's going to hero power it. And you lose to a card that has 5 damage or more. Unless you draw another answer. Kill command baited would be lethal. That is true, but I think given the average card in our deck, we should not be playing like that. Okay, that's nice, right? So it's about what do you think on average gives you a higher chance. If we think that there is no way to win without opening up that window of opportunity, the 1, maybe 2 turns of reach, then you can go for it. But I think we have a better chance to win given the average card in our deck. You'd kill a 5-3 without the calculation. I think in general you'd be right, but sometimes it would be better to just say, you can't hero power my 4-1, so you'll have to trade in your 5-3, otherwise I kill you. But he had enough here. He had enough health to hero power it. It's just gonna Wrath for 3, no draw. That makes sense. Oh, that is a nasty draw. We definitely like that. Probably just a 3-5?
Spectacular.
Otherwise, it's easier for him to snipe the poison, right, with 2 health. So we've just drawn so poorly the entire match. We even hit the Albatross, and he's like, oh my god, how dare you draw? How dare you stop drawing poorly? How dare you, sir? It's kind of funny. It's got a taunt? Must be, right? Nope. It's dead.
I can see.
Astounding.
Rexa versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
I don't know if Dragonkin Sorcerer will cut it. I don't think so, to be fair. You will play Arena now. Do we need a new spreadsheet? Yeah, I was wondering about the stat Stein. Honestly, you do you, man. If you feel like curating it, then obviously it's very appreciated. If not, we can do without stats. It's up to you.
Reporting for duty.
Ride the polar bear express.
The curator of Monka S. He's there to make sure that there's not too much Monka S use, but also not too little.
Moon and spear.
Pew. No pew? Damn, no pew.
By moon and spear.
I'll show him how to do it. Finally, Arena. Hey, Timmy. So I think you played a poison on this turn to incentivize him to play a 3-drop into hero power, and then you can baited arrow the hero power next turn. You don't want him to play a 5-drop, and the poison will discourage him from playing a 5-drop. So Twin Tyrant is the big value card, so you pick that if you feel comfortable. Bookworm seems bad, there's no other dragon in the hand right now. Scalebane is the tempo card, but we have the baited, so I think you just take it. Right, True Silver, everything sucks against True Silver. So this is where the Scalebane is slightly better, but then you don't have a Tyrant in your hand, so it's fine. Get to play a 3-5 to dodge the 4 damage here, so that's good. We have the baited arrow, we have the mark, could be a good turn 7. You can go gyro next turn into mark baited. That probably got quite a bit better. Few dragons here coming out. So we could gyro, we could still bait it. Doesn't feel good to bait it. Seems like kind of an annoying turn. Could maybe just be double 3-drop here. If we hit the Huffer, we'll have to trade the 1/1s, I think. I just don't love what gyro does for us here.
I wonder. To my side.
It's a lot of trading, but we're not a smork deck, nor are we in a smork position. We need to make sure that the board is in an okay shape by the time the Tyrant comes down. This also gives us more chance to get a good baited next round, just slowing him down.
Power flows through me. Follow the rules.
It's likely just baited arrow and kill the 3-1.
I wonder.
Probably gonna play tournament attendee to make the Tyrant better next round. You could also gyro and kill the 3-3 and the 3-1, but that seems like just the worst baited arrow. The reason you'd keep baited arrow is because you can pair it with Hunter's Mark to kill anything. If you gyro the 3-3 and the 3-1, and then jam the tournament attendee, he trades, so he keeps an extra 2-2. Am I talking myself into keeping this? I think I may actually have talked myself into keeping it, but it's probably just silly. I don't think I have the luxury of playing it so slow. And we played a 2-1 to turn this into a 3 health minion, meaning the Tyrant could kill it. Also contests it even if it misses. This probably also saves me some health. And bone mirror. Smork. So you can leave him with a 5/5, which is obviously still bad. We could also Tyrant and hope that the Tyrant ends up hitting the 7/7. The Tyrant hitting the 5/5 and one of these would be the worst. If the Tyrant hits the 7/7 and say a 2/2, so it's 8, I think you actually have to Tyrant. I don't think we're in a position to play it safe. I think we will lose even if we make the safe play. We'll just lose slightly slower, so that's usually not the correct thing to do. Okay, we hit at least one of the rolls. We hit the best roll. That's great. But it's also important to identify that you might not have a choice but to try. And I think that we just did not have a choice. We're still not out of it, but we're in a better spot than we would have been. You could technically gyro that if you want to stop the draw engine. Might have to worry about our health more than him drawing cards. Oh. So you can see how hard he's smorking. We needed to do something. Right? So our opponent is threatening 14 damage. If we gyro and clear the 2/2s, he's threatening 10, meaning he's 1 off. If we Hunter's Mark the Bone Mare and kill that, and the 2/1, he's threatening 7. So we're still dead to chunk of 4, which is usually what Paladin does. This also means we get to put a 2/4 on the board. And we get to deny him that draw. I guess we always deny him the draw. So I guess we gyro and trade the Divine Shields, right? Now the question is, do you want to mark to trade here? Or do you want to put a Blood Scalp down? I feel like I'd rather just have more minions. It does mean that we have to kill every dude from here on out, so maybe it's just suicide. Maybe it's just suicide and we just kill a 5/5. Oh, but he doesn't pull, you know, he doesn't push full face because of the, alright, so don't do. That's kind of sad. Just show me the fucking thing, dude. So what's the main problem that game? I guess it really started when we couldn't bait at arrow, so. Also, when you're streaming, that's the thing, right? You also don't know, like, Arena is such a better game, such a better game mode for sniping, right? In BG, if people snipe it, you know, it does something, but not that much. Sniping in Arena completely changes the game, so. Sometimes you can also just overanalyze, and it's just like, well, he played around the baited because he knew we had the baited. That's always an option. Not saying he did snipe, right? Just it's hard to really analyze those losses because you may have just made the right play, but you just knew. Okay, that seems like a pretty good card. It's a 3-cost card. Can you feel a difference when you play offline as far as sniping goes? So I don't really play offline, but when I'm in a tournament or whatever, I put a delay on. But it's hard to say because then you're also playing against other contestants, right?
By moon and spear!
Oh, off stream, not offline, I guess. Right. Rough. Paladins are just chewing all over me today. We have a play for next turn at least if we want it. We do not have a dragon in our hand, so we should probably grab another explorer. My god, that's so broken. Yo, Disco, thank you for the 3 months, man. Welcome back. So you can gyro these guys, and then these are 1/1s. You could also corruptor these guys. You probably need to go full pressure and go corruptor. Try to make him trade as much as possible, but oh my lord.
Best seats ever. How about a new eye? How about a new eye?
That's insane, man. Is there like some mech paladin aggro deck that runs this shit? Sort of feels like it. What up, big boy? Just trying some arena again. It's, they removed the card that I thought would be problematic, which is why I didn't want to play. But it was pretty cool of Blizzard to identify that and remove the card.
It's time for a little blood. Power flows through me.
We're getting absolutely smashed by paladins here. Yeah, there's not much we can do, to be fair. What can you even hope to begin versus this scrap? You just slam it on the board and it's over, so. That's, what the hell, dude? How much power is that? That's 5 power. 5 power distributed over 3 bodies to be used as you like. Because you want to watch Battlegrounds. Okay.
Let the hunt begin.
We're definitely keeping the golem in the trap. I don't think we have to go for Historian. I could see keeping the shots. But I think trying for a 3-drop and maybe even bear trapping a 4 or something is better. That also works. Alright, see you around soon. She's back. Easy bear. All animal companions are good here, so it's kind of nice. I think you have to trade because of the 3 mana deal 3 to a random thing. Would be too bad here if we go phase. Wow, that was a pretty bad turn. I really hope he has that specific card in his hand that we played around it. If we draw a dragon, we can pump this thing to 6 next round if we wanted. Pretty funny.
Once upon a time.
Right. Bookworm seems pretty decent with Deathwing, because you'll always have the Deathwing in your hand anyway. And it can help us gain an unfair advantage on the board, and then we can Bone Mare it. So that sounds pretty good. Wow. Into the poison. That seems wrong. So this happens. I like being able to coin the Bone Mare, so I might just go Necro Hero Power. It's pretty weak compared to what you could do with Bookworm, but having Bookworm in your hand seems better.
The dark path is my destiny.
Poison animation.
I see a vision into flames.
So he gets a spell out of that.
I wield the power. Lash.
I think I'm feeling multi-shot more here. Doesn't feel very fun to trade a Bone Mare into that. Should also have something on the board right now. Hey, dead dog. That is a while ago. Yep. Draw 3 cards. Costs 3 less while holding a dragon. Okay. So it's like a mini sprint for 3. Seems pretty nice. So I guess Bone Mare trade puts us in a really good spot. I'd like to go phase, but if he counter Bone Mares, it's kind of disgusting. He gains it all back anyway. So kind of a lengthy process to get here, but now that we're here, we're in a really strong position. The Kraken. The Kraken has been unleashed. Seems like a good moment to flip the switch and go more aggressive. You could get the bow down as well. And then Deathwing. How are you liking the arena after expansion? This is the second run right now, Handsome. Feels like the power level is extremely high. You need your backup Deathwing, you know, just in case. Wait, what the fuck was that? So you could obviously Deathwing here, but I think we can do something else, right? We can Bookworm Arcane Shot and then get the Eagle Horn Bow down. Maybe just smack him for 3 with that. You could also shoot him for 2, coin Deathwing, but that seems like if he has hard removal, we might be in trouble, right? So I think I like this for sure. And then I think the chance that we will Deathwing next turn is pretty high, so I think I'll just bow him for 3. Instead of doing something else, right? No. So he had a freeze in hand with which he could have frozen the Deathwing. So you could Gyrocopter and stuff and keep delaying, but I don't think it's correct. So just want to go coin Deathwing here, right? Very important to coin first.
begin.
I think that the dragon is a really strong card, but oh, I guess I could have opened this up, huh? By keeping the dragon. I don't know. I like the stickiness of the Harvest Golem with the Corruptor, but maybe because there is a Dragon Synergy card, it's better to do it that way. It feels like as long as we get the Corruptor off, we're probably fine. But maybe I'm playing it wrong. We'll see. That's an unfortunate draw. Hey, Sephiroth, my pleasure, man. Glad you're enjoying it. You guys know that I can't really stay away forever. Get dunked. Historian for tempo. Well, I have Corruptor in my hand, so if I have a minion on the board by the time it's turn 5, I probably win the game. I don't know exactly what mages have and whether that statement is true most of the time or not, but it seems like a very good idea to be able to Corruptor on curve. So an additional 1 and 3 body on the board just makes it extra likely. If Death Ring were printed these days, it would remove the board, not your hand. It's kind of crazy, huh?
I am the dancing master.
So you see that that little 1/3 is making the difference here.
How about a new
Suddenly we have 10 power on the board. Seems pretty silly. So the Historian sacrificed to make it happen. I guess forcing that on one card is a success on its own, but damn, that seems powerful. Blast Wave is in, I believe, so it's probably not good to jam these guys together. So do it this way. You got a lucky top deck? Well, I mean, we would have just jammed the Necro and it would have still happened, right? You had a pretty broken Scamage. I guess it's just, damn, dude. Deal 8 damage to a minion. Any excess damage continues left or right.
What have we?
That seems pretty silly. Oh, that ping could be a problem for him, but I guess, yeah. Ooh. We need a dragon. All animal companions work again, so that's nice. Misha is the scariest one. Ooh, Monkas. Don't think I beat it. I do not think I beat it. No whoosh. Feels good, man. Yeah, if you don't think you beat it, trying to play around it makes no sense. That rolling fireball was a very, very good answer to the Corruptors. You can do Merps Hunter. What's a Merps Hunter? Question mark. Shady, is this a Merps Hunter? It's aggro. Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It's just a meme, right? Because in every other arena streamer's chat, So every arena streamer knows, well, or at least vaguely knows how to play that kind of hunter. It's just because Merps does it a lot more and he's good at it. People call it Merps hunter, right? It's like, hey Shady, like Merps does this thing where he goes like, it's like, I know, that's aggro hunter. I love Merps, right? You guys know that. It's just funny, right? So it's like Dreads' chat as well, like, is this Merps hunter? Shady, is this Merps hunter? I'm usually not too much of a fan of the full all-in. I think it requires a specific meta to be good. I think that in this meta it could be good, just because there's a lot of bullshit, right? And the more bullshit there is, the more you want to end the game quickly. To not randomly lose to, oh, my opponent had a very strong card. I guess it sucks to be me. That's the polymorph. The polymorph.
For the master.
Me. You usually do, sometimes it doesn't give me. Oh, okay.
Let the hunt begin.
Hey, we got the Harvest Golem Corruptor duo again. Just need to hope we get something else to get there. I'm gonna play Harvest Golem because there is a chance I multi-shot on curve and I want the stickiest minion here. Arena, new game mode! Richie, thank you for the 200 bits. Very much appreciated. Welcome back. As well. Yeah, welcome back for the 200 bits. Sometimes, man, you're just talking and there's just autopilot slipping through. You don't want to, right? You want to make every donation, every sub, you want to make it feel special and you're not just one, but sometimes it's just like you say it so often. Alright, I think we do multi-shot, right? There's also an arcane shot, so there's an option of going 3 and 2, 3 and 1. I think we're pretty happy with this. We're not going to attack. That makes it easier for him to clear our board, which is opposite of what we want to have happen. Did he just go phase? Oh my, he doesn't know, chat. Chat, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, Pepe Lev. That's so good. Oh, that's so good.
Silver shall not fall.
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
The fuck is this game mode? Yeah, you can't switch your guys here. You could gyro. Trade smack, go face. I think this, oh, you could actually trade this here as well. I think I like the gyro, but I'm not sure yet where it's going. I think one in here for sure. It's probably better to keep a 4-1 Wind Fury, but I think he just takes one less face. Normally you wouldn't play like this as a hunter, right? That's a pretty awkward trade we just made. But we're not pure hunter. We have some value in there as well. I don't know how good Rogue is at removing right now, but they have all their basic classic stuff back, so Sap is in, and you know, Assassinate and everything, so. Because you could just go face, make a 9/9, but that's pretty all in. You could also just spread it over these guys. I think the arcane shot on the 1/1 makes sense because it prevents him trading here. He doesn't have Fan of Knives, obviously. He probably doesn't have a Shiv. Plank is in as well, yeah. I think we should spread it out over multiple bodies. Oh. Face is turning green right now. I think we still stick to the plan and smack it. If he's got a betrayal. Killing both the 5/5s. Probably better like this. Were you aware of CY Kai's arena event? Kind of, but I wasn't planning on playing arena until they removed Poacher Tarot. So I'm not exactly sure what the rules are. I'm just playing, so. Diggy? So they copyrighted Diggy, but I think it's because of the metal version, because it started around that, which is pretty annoying. So if I don't want my VODs to be muted or, you know, be able to put it on YouTube or whatever, I can't play Diggy anymore. Which is pretty annoying after so many years. But yeah, that's just speculation that it's the metal version, but it started around that time, so I'm assuming it's that. I mean, it's 2 runs. Obviously, it's flattering and it's fun, right? It's fun to come back and it's fun to immediately do well, but 2 run sample size is not an average, right? What sets are not in the rotation at the moment? I'm actually not the right person to ask right now, Nuba Warlock, but I'm sure chat can help you out. I went in pretty blind. I'm pretty sure I still haven't seen half. Oh man, you got a token start. That's pretty good, right? my brain is just Battlegrounds. But yeah, I'm sure I haven't seen, you know, half of the new cards yet in the arena. Just sing it. Yeah, this is gonna be every time, right? Just sing it, Shady. Just sing it, Forehead. Get Akanar on Skype to sing it. He's like, oh, Shady again? What the fuck? Let's get a recording. So sniping the 2/1 will deny him most pressure. And it also allows us to play our dragon on curve without it being awkward. I think I still prefer that. Because if you Frost Rider, he might Death Speaker here and double trade. And then, wait, is that the same? No, now you kill the 1/1, right? You kill an extra 1/1 this way. Do you avoid sugar in your diet? Yeah, so there are changes sometimes, but that's a pretty constant one. Usually not too big on the sugar. I'm not quite sure how many buffs there are right now, but instinctively I want to Sorcerer and trade the 2/3. So I think it's correct. Just trying to keep a minion on the board for the Corruptor. Oh man, that's nasty. Too bad it has taunt. It would have been even nastier. But I don't think we trade first, right? I think it feels worse to jam the 5/4 into the 3/2. Is there a world where you don't do it? I don't think so, right? It's just too beautiful. I'm gonna need a dragon for Nether Spite later. Oh.
How about a new life? How about a new life?
Yeah, imagine him not having the taunt. You could trade, turn it into a 5/4 trade. And you have a 5/4 here. Do you have a cheat day so it's easier to stay on the diet for the rest of the week? There's definitely cheat moments, yeah. I try not to have them too often because I think the less crappy food you eat, the more it affects you adversely when you do eat it. It's like a tolerance almost you've built up. So I usually just notice I don't quite feel as good or as sharp, especially when I'm streaming. It lowers my focus. So I try to avoid it, but yeah. Dread Infernal for 5 is pretty good, huh?
Ride the polar bear express.
What is the usual cheat food you eat? Had some sushi. I'm on keto, by the way, right? So that's not necessarily because that's healthier or whatever, but I just prefer it. Like I don't want to like demonize sushi or whatever, but if I'll have some carbs, I had some sushi or just Chinese food in general I like. Nasty game so far. Do I need to Nether Spite here? Or do I need to Gyrocopter? It's not that many dragons that help me straight on the spot. I think I Nether Spite and I might even preemptively mark depending on the situation.
Once upon a time.
Just jam the whelp this turn, that helps. He'll keep trading. The other one is Fairy Dragon and mark this. And then he'll trade this into the Fairy. This will be traded already. Just grab the card, I believe. Maybe I should have just gyroed the Dreadlord when I had the chance. What do you think is the new best card, and why is it Twin Tyrant? This honestly feels pretty tame compared to some of the other cards. Which is kind of funny, right? Such a strong card.
Ever jousted a dragon?
Yeah, it feels like I've misplayed earlier. I should have done this 2 turns ago. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries, music, Felsmeyer. The main reason I diet or, you know, pay attention to what I eat is because it changes the way how I feel. For me, that's just really nice to have as a streamer to just feel better, right? Because a lot of what I do is very mood slash, you know, how well is my brain doing on that day dependent. So at least for me. I think we just shoot a 2/2 and pray, right? And hope that we can stabilize. Hey. Got lucky. Probably still a bit too far behind to win, but we'll try.
A simple split.
No. Excuse me. I haven't tried vegan yet, no. But I don't think it would be for me. Just because my my stomach seems to have a hard time tolerating, especially like anything a bit more raw in terms of veggies or so. Doesn't mean you have to do raw vegan or whatever, right? But let me do my turn first and can elaborate maybe. Just slowly taking damage here. I'm guessing we just have to bow and Drake. Kill these two. And then maybe Bear Trap after. Go for the mana efficient play, of course. 13 health is kind of scary. So the I don't think it's called a valve. It's different, right? But it's the thing that separates your stomach from your esophagus. That is not closed for me. So certain foods make it more likely that I have more heartburn, and it's a lot more because the thing doesn't close. Not sure if I missed something there. What happened? We're losing because of no music. Yeah, let me actually focus up, right? This is not worthy of a 12-win game, what I'm doing right now. We're just chatting away. All right. You can just instant bookworm the 3/6, which is just dirty, right? I think I'll do that over a Deathwing, but I'm not sure what kind of single target removal is in right now, but just slurping the 3/6 here is incredibly dirty. So I think I just want that. Pretty insane. I think I might take the damage to push 4. Go to 9. He goes to 20. Got a poison on the board. Demon Bolt's in. Yeah, that's probably enough for me to not all in a Deathwing. Alright, so let's not talk food for now. Let's give the 11th win match the respect it deserves here.
As long as it keeps out arrows.
I feel like we're dead to reach out of hand. It's unfortunate, but not much to do about it. I think he just snipes me with 3 damage out of hand here. I think they have a new guy that deals 3, right? Or just another Hellfire. Oh, not dead, Pog. So he goes to 11. We have 9. Well, we got pretty nice trades coming up. Hunter's Mark here seems to always happen. And you just bait it. See how close we are to killing him. If I make this trade and hero power, he goes to 9. And then I have 9 here. If I kindly grandmother instead and trade, he stays at 11. We also have 11 that way. So the question is, I think the trade has to happen. The question is whether hero power makes more sense or not. 2 hero powers would put him to 7. I'd rather take the guaranteed damage. The grandma might protect a bit versus, say, a Dread Infernal, right? Bear Trap won't protect me from 6 in one go. No. No. He does need that 1 damage still or he's dead. If he has the 1 damage, I die, right? So it's all coming down on... Ooh. Oh my god. That is very lucky. So yeah, he top decked the Soulfire. We got very lucky there. I think I could have probably played that better. So still walking away with the win is super nice.